Well, it just said 3, 2, 1, go. If it was that easy, I'd already be gone. I pulled this picture up here. I was just sitting here thinking about how long I have been trying to get traction on this obsession that I have. The obsession is to do my part to try to save this country that I just come to really realize how much I do love this country. Shit. You know, we've become so complacent here in America that you never really, back in the day, you never really thought about to what degree do you love the country. It was, I don't even know if it was understood or it just was, you know, by God, Chevrolet apple pie and what have you. RC Cola and the moon pie. Boy, have those days gone by. This is the most bizarre thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I'm sure you'd agree. And I'm looking at this right here, the Silent Supporter Society. That's a business plan that I wrote, 48-page venture capital business plan. I put this business plan together, as you can see, completed this prospectus that was going to be presented to a venture capital firm that was extremely interested in it. And I may be being redundant here. By that I mean repeating myself, but for some reason just moments ago I looked up and I wasn't recording, so I'm picking back up hopefully. If I do repeat myself, it won't be the first time, and probably I'll repeat myself again before this is over with. So this business plan, just my end of it, if I hadn't already mentioned it, at 10% override, was going to be over $150 million a year. And I would have had, of course, a lot more of that. And it's such a matrix of revenue streams that I would have dwarfed that standing on my head. But for some reason, I kept getting all avenues were blocked. You would not believe the avenues that were blocked. But I started seeing that I'm being told that this can't be prostituted by a venture capital company because the way this is designed, it's totally transparent. Every single thing has to be transparent, honest, and it has to be a fair exchange of value for every single being that's involved. And the only way to do that is you have to give it away. So there isn't a company or an entity out there that would do something and spend as much of their energy, remember what energy means, is money, and time requires energy to travel through time. I'm going to get real deep into this time and energy thing so you can get a real grip on what's going on and how we've been bamboozled. Anyway, I have enough energy into this to cause several people to retire in comfort. I cannot let it go. I can't let it go. It has literally consumed me and has taken everything away from me. And I've done it with an open and willing heart. Because I want to do something, be it egotistical or what have you. I want to be known for when I'm asked, what did I do in 20 2020 and 2021 to correct the craziness that's going on. I have a domain called Seekers of Sanity, and a hat would sure look nice and be quite apropos. SOS. Seekers of Sanity and the Sentinels of Sovereignty. I have those domains. I have the Silent Supporter Society, and that's probably the safest one to go with. I have the Friends of Paul Revere. A lot of things that we can do. Now, I just noticed that went dark right there. And if that happens again, I'm just going to let it go dark and stay dark. And so now you've been briefed. And if the screen goes dark, it's because I'm not going to sit there and stare at it and tap it every time it needs to, for y'all to see something. Just enjoy the silence. Speaking of silence, I wrote, this is so my whole life has led up to this point. Listen to this. I wrote a book in 2007. It's called The Two Sides of Silence. And what that means in a nutshell is that I find my power and strength in the silence through meditation, prayer, quiet time, silent time. There's where I find the power, probably yourself as well. If not, try it. Cowboys can do it too. Redneck oilfield trash can do it like me. But the other side of silence is this. And I'm going to use myself as an example. There is no way, and it's laying on my heart right now, even though it's taken everything from me, there is no way that I could take my last breath in comfort and knowing that I had done my best if I didn't do what I'm doing right now and telling you about this. It is the hardest thing in the world to do, to explain to someone that you can help them. You can help them get to places where they have enough energy to last them the rest of their lives and pass on that energy to their heirs or to entities that they believe in that are going to continue and further the motion. And you remember what I said, energy is synonymous with. It's what you call money. Authenticity and honesty is a currency of the source. A fair exchange of value. You know, I'm going to be hopping back and forth, but stay with me. And I'm going to tell you something, and we're only, have you crossed that little spot? We're at eight minutes and so, because this is about typically where someone's going to jump ship. If you hadn't already, if you have already, you're not hearing this. Hopefully you'll come back. And you'll remember you jump ship at about the 8-minute mark. Humans are so predictable. It's not even funny. When you understand how to trigger humans, you can lead them around by their nose, just like a little pet. You can. So simply, there is means by which to acquire as much energy as you can possibly imagine. I can show you how to do that. Remember, energy is the same as money. But nothing in this entire universe is free. Nothing. You have to understand that. Is that nothing is free. The love of God is free. No, it's not. It's not free. The mother's love for their child is free. No, it's not. It's not. In both those examples, you had to pay with your most vital commodity and asset that you've got. You had to pay attention. You had to pay with your attention. And if you're paying with your attention, you have to be thinking about it. If you are thinking about it, you are working toward a goal, period. Everything is analog. You'll hear me say that. Everything costs. Even accepting, if you're Christian, the Christian way, or whatever your focus is. It doesn't matter. Getting up and going out the door, you have to have an initial thought. That requires work. Work comes from thinking about something and continuously focusing on it. And then you're then employing the universe to bring something from the ambient into this, to your reality, so you can experience it. It's pretty heavy stuff. And it won't be heavy like that all the time, but it's damned interesting. When we do get off into that, you will find it amazing. I didn't know this, but I found out quickly, and so did the federal government, that I have a gift that I didn't really have to learn neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, or some of the tools that they use in DARPA. These were innately, everybody's got it, not just me. I just happen to have been a little bit more pronounced with it. And that is everything that I've achieved and everything you've achieved have started with a single thought. We create this reality that we're sitting in here based on the decisions that we have made and our focus and continuously focusing on that objective. If I want to get out the door, I first have to think about going out the door. I just can't all of a sudden, without thinking about going out the door, be on the other side of that damn door. Boom. You could, but we're not that good yet. You have to think about it. And then auto responses that have been archetypically put into you, you're thinking about it, you move your leg, blah, 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 blah. That is a continuation of that first thought of, I want to go out that door. And by continuing to focus your attention with action, the universe is going to create the next frame for you, which is that leg moving, all that stuff's going on. Man, I tell you what, I can take you down the deal. But let me tell you this. If you love this country, the Constitution that it's founded on, the Bill of Rights, and the rule of law applied equally to all, if you will pledge the allegiance to this country and agree that you have, and you believe in those principles that I just mentioned, I'll show you how to get there. I'll show you how to get there, but it's going to require that you simply listen to me and listen to others of our number. Just simply listen and take a few simple suggestions. And here is your, if you have these qualities, you've already got the house on the hill. All you've got to do is plug in with us and use a tool that they're using against us to our advantage. And it's thinking. and application of certain tools. You know, you hear them talking about the FBI and all these people say, when we found them because we have special tools that we use. They have special spy shit and breaking into your privacy tools. That's what they're talking about. Well, we have a tool that I want to show you that they're currently using against us. And that's why something that cost $10 10 years ago is now 500. You know, something like that. It's because of this tool that they're using against us. All that we're going to do, and we'll show you how we can reverse it. But back to that nothing's for free. If I were to show you how to do this, and you did qualify, you love the country, the Bill of Rights, rule of law, the Constitution, but you did not have any energy into this, or you didn't find it of value enough, that what we're talking about here, that you infuse some of your energy into it, by definition, you're calling it worthless. There is a principle that you are shortchanging yourself every time that you gain value from somebody, some source, something, that you do not show your appreciation for that value that you gained, even if it was just a simple ass smile. What's a smile worth on a bad day? A penny? I think so. But right now, what my objective here to do is to take people one step at a time. And I have found through the years that if you can show someone who might be scraping by or making ends barely meet, if you can cause them to be able to go to Vegas or go party, do whatever they blows their dress up, anytime they want to do that, and they were able to do that because of something that you showed them, or something you got them involved with that caused them to get to be able to generate and hold on to and store that much energy or money. But it's energy, people. I'm going to show you it's energy. And that's what they're after, your core energy, which is your thinking. That's it. Let's don't go there now. All I want you to do is understand that I can make you what you call rich. If you love this country deep in your heart, if you love this country, you have faith and you believe in the Constitution is the way that we should be governed, the way it is intended, and the way that it's written, and that the rule of law applies equally to all. If you have a deep burning passion for that, you already have all the energy that you need just waiting on you. Just tell your story to someone that you know that needs energy. Let me tell you something, people. They're trying to shut everything down to where you're going to be on the dole. You're going to be getting this universal income thing. You won't own jack shit. They'll give it to you. This is getting really weird. And that's what we're doing here now. We're creating a means. I'm going to walk you through first how you can start storing up some energy, money, and a lot of it, because you're going to be telling people that we're going to study the Constitution over here. We're going to talk about things that are going on, but we're going to vet it ourselves. And in us, we trust the news. That has extreme value. And unless we get on the same page, and I mean in numbers, big numbers, we got some rough road ahead. Terribly rough road ahead. I can't tell you how rough it's going to be. To me, it probably won't faze me much, and it's not going to faze a hell of a lot of the people that are extremely meek right now, struggling, because they're struggling already. I'm telling you, the meek are going to inherit the earth. This can be designed in such a way that if you're on Social Security and can't even make ends meet now, you had better listen to me. Especially if you know other people that are in the same boat that you're in. I can put you in a new boat. And it won't be me, it'll be you doing it. If you love this country, you're a patriot, you pledge to the allegiance, you salute our flag, you believe in the rule of law being applied equally to all, and you believe in the Bill of Rights. Let me tap that and see if this damn thing is still recording. I hope the hell it is, because I'm going to get pissed if it's not. It is. There it is. There it is again. Silent Supporters Society. You see, that name within itself is prophetic. And that most everybody's chicken shits out there, and they don't want their name or get doxxed and all that horse shit. Right here with this vision, it's a multi-tiered undertaking that we're doing. You're at phase one. I've got to show you how you can start getting a lot of jingle in your pocket, and then you're really going to start listening to me. Right now, you're just going, oh, hell, if you've even stayed this long. But if you knew, without a shadow of a doubt, let me tell you, I'm not pulling the wool. I'm trying to show you how you can save your ass and save everybody that you know if you are a patriot. This is not good. I will not open the gates of this prosperity to a bunch of people that are trying to take down our country. They've lost their damn mind. If we had 3 kegs instead of 2 keg party, they'd all be coming over and studying the Constitution. We've got a constitutional attorney. I'm going to be contacting Chrissy Ann Hall that will teach, and does right now, travels all over the country teaching the Constitution. And she's a Christian as well as her husband. I'm not going to get into all of my influencers right now that I follow, but let me tell you this straight up. I'm a hippie. An original hippie. I'm bumping 70. Some wouldn't believe it. I don't either, really. But what is a hippie? Even though I am the Paisley and the peace sign, the whole bit, Woodstock, the whole 9 yards, I'm an original hippie. But what is a hippie? You probably don't even know. And I hope to God you're a hippie. A hippie is a highly intelligent person pursuing individual enlightenment. That's a hippie. There is so much that we can do and we can have fun. They're trying to keep us from pressing flesh. They don't want us getting close so we can start sharing stuff. What we really need to do is we need to start having some Tupperware parties like they did back in the day. We need to start having some hotel meetings like the old MLMers did back in the day. We need to start getting within range. We need to start making friends and associates. And let me tell you this right now. The most valuable asset that you can have, bar none, is the quality and number of true friends that you have. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. And I can show you without a shadow of a doubt, 100% guaranteed, if you've got 5 to 10 friends that are patriots, that you share this with and have them come on. I need 1 million minds is what I'm after. 1 million little thinking machines is what I'm after. But if you've got 5 or 10 people that join with us, you yourself right there, and hear me well, you could be bumping 7 figures before a calendar year even expires. Sound bold? It's not. It's not bold. Do you know how damn much that Twitter and them pricks are making off of you going over there, sharing your soul with them and staring at those ads? You know how much they're making? Billions, hundreds of billions. And making a couple, 3,000 or so or more, 10,000 millionaires ain't but a drop in a bucket. I don't even think that's a billion. A billion is a million. Shit. I'm telling you, this is a horse. Here's been my challenge. Is telling people that all you've got to do to reach any goal that you're looking to get to is simply love this country, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the rule of law applied equally to all, and simply listen to me. And tell everybody that you know to do the same thing. And while you're listening to me, you'll probably catch on that what you really have been brought to this call for is to, in the future, people would be listening to you. Okay? You would be like a node in a blockchain. You get 1 million nodes that know it all and could continue on with everybody else no matter what. It would be like trying to get out, sitting in the middle of a football field and fire ants every square inch and getting out of there without getting bit. One of them's going to get you. Have that many nodes out there that have the entire everythingness. You can't stop us then. We're fighting fire with fire. We're reversing the fractionalized banking system and pointing the value and the energy back to us. If you would like to find out more about this, that thing right there, that email address, you could try that, but it's just as easy, or it's better. I go by Ramblin' Randy. And it's right, it might even be on this little video, on this YouTube thing, Ramblin' Randy's Radio, plural on Randy. Ramblin' Randy's Radio at gmail.com. And I'll also add this: if you have means by which to contact major influencers like Dave at X22, Sean at the SGT Report, I'm trying to reach, quite frankly, Amazing Polly, John B. Wells. I've already reached Rex with the Leak Project, Jimmy Church with Fade to Black, and Clyde Lewis of Ground Zero. But if you can reach any of those people after you understand what we're doing here, you will acquire more energy in a very short period of time that you probably will need to sit down, get a damn grip on yourself, and realize that, yes, it is happening, and it's happening in your world. Showers of blessings would be coming your way, and I mean that from the core of my being. Don't believe a word that I say, just watch me do it. I will create magic from thin air, but I need you to help me. And then they're going to drive into our head. They're going to drive in beyond their headlights into what we're creating for them to drive into. You see, right now, it's like we're in the desert, high desert, and we can see at midnight, we can see so far down the road. We know the road keeps going, but our headlights, we can only see so far. They're creating right now beyond our headlights for the average individual who's not sensitive enough to be able to pick up on this stuff. They're building beyond the headlights, and we're driving into it. No matter where you stop, where you go, whatever decisions you make, if you base those decisions on anything that happens beyond your headlights, you're in their matrix. So what do? We build beyond the headlights. We drive into what we create as well as they do, and we do it all inside of Caesar's Law. They call me Ramblin' Randy. I'm down here on the southern perimeter in the deep piney woods of East Texas. And remember this, because you've just come to the crossroads. Once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, they either cease to be mistaken or they cease to be honest. What say you? Go out, create a wonder-filled day. It is by choice. Smile at a stranger you never know when you're in the midst of angels. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Subscribe to this channel if you find this interesting, or shoot me an email at ramblingrandysradio@gmail.com. TikTok. That smoke on the horizon is not an ice cream truck. It is an armed Humvee coming this way, and it looks like they're looking for you. Until next time, Ramblin' Randy, we down.